Hello traders, Rich here, and here's a quick but detailed update on Microsoft. As usual, if you guys like video analysis, let me know in the comments or simply leave a like. So let's get started. As we clearly see, Microsoft has been overall bullish for a while, making higher highs and higher lows, and we are currently in the impulse phase. However, the price is approaching the upper orange trend line, which is the upper bound of this channel, which I consider a non-horizontal resistance or an overbought area. Moreover, we do have this round number, as you can see, the 300, which might act as a rejection area. So long story short, we'll be looking for sell setups starting from now, and as price of course approaches the lower orange trend line, we'll be looking for trend following buy setups. And of course, knowing that Microsoft can still trade higher and higher because we have a non-horizontal resistance, and unlike a horizontal resistance that we know that if price would break it upward, it would become a support. However, in this case it's a non-horizontal resistance, so the price can still go up and test it again and again before going down. So long story short, we'll be looking for sell setups starting from now, knowing that it can still go up to around this area before going down. That being said, now let's zoom into lower time frames and look for sell setups. If you zoom into to M30 time frame, we can see that we have a head and shoulders pattern forming. It's still an idea. It's not confirmed yet because we are still waiting for the right shoulder to be formed, and only then we can sell after a momentum candle close below the neckline, which would be covering the entire structure. Meanwhile, as we can see, this one is overall bullish, and as I showed you from daily time frame, that we are currently in an impulse movement. However, we can see that here the price got stuck inside a range, and for now, we can see that the correction is now getting steeper, right? It was very small, now it's getting bigger, so it's giving us an early alert that we might have a potential reversal. However, it's not confirmed yet. As mentioned previously, Microsoft can still go up and up to around the 290 or 300 before going down, but it's still an idea and price can still reverse from here. And then, as mentioned before, we'll be looking for buy setups around this lower trend line. So as usual, for those who know me, I highlight this one as our trigger, and we'll be looking for sell here, and as price approaches this area, we'll be looking for buy setups. That's it for Microsoft. Best of luck, and I'll see you on the next one. And here's a quick update on Netflix. As we can clearly see, this one has been stuck inside this range in the shape of a rising channel, where the lower trend line is acting as a non-horizontal support, and obviously the upper one is acting as a non-horizontal resistance. Moreover, we have the 600, which is adding more strength to our upper trend line, and the 500 obviously adding more strength to our lower bound of the range. So that being said, we know that obviously we'll be looking for buy setups around the lower bound, knowing that it can still dive a little bit inside it before going up, but we can start to look for buy setups starting from here. If we zoom into lower time frames like M30, we can see that we have a channel forming. We were overall bullish previously. The price was making higher highs and higher lows. Then price broke below the previous low. So we are now overall bearish from a short-term perspective, of course. But since we are around a support area, we'll be looking for buy setups. We will not buy blindly because, as you can clearly see and as mentioned, now we are overall bearish. The price is making low lows and lower highs, so we will be looking for buy setups. In this case, we'll be waiting for price to form a new swing around our trend line to consider it valid as usual. Then and only then we will be buying after a momentum candle close above it. And as usual, for those who know me, I highlight this one as our trigger, and we are looking for buy stops because we have a support area. Meanwhile, until the buy is activated, Netflix can still go lower and lower, as mentioned before, dive in inside this area before going up. That's it for Netflix. Best of luck, and I'll see you on the next one.